Good morning, my children, and welcome to your English class, the class of the teacher Jacob. Today, my children, we are going to have a recess, descanso, a recess of all the alphabet. But remember, it's very important that you keep it practicing, okay? Keep it studying, keep it repeating so you never forget. It's very important that you work on the alphabet every day, capital letters and small letters, including objects and also names of people. But today we're going to make an activity that is part of your telebook. So if you want to work along with the teacher, si quieren trabajar junto con el teacher, I am going to count until 5. Voy a contar 5, so you can grab your book, para que puedan tomar el libro, and your pencil case. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. So once you have your book, you are going to open it on this page. This is the page for today. This is the activity that we are going to make right now. So, as you can see here, we have letter P, letter R, and letter S. So, first of all, let's see what objects do we have. So, for this, we have the following objects. We have a pencil, an Indian, very good, continue. A flower, excellent. The radio, remember the radio, it's an object that transmits music. Fish, okay, excellent. Star. The ruler, which is an object of measure, para medir. And finally, we have the sun. Now, the activity, my children, says that you only are going to paint the objects that begin with the letter P, the letter R, and the letter S. Now, the teacher already painted the objects. Okay, so in my case, I have to circle them so you know which objects are they. Yo los voy a circular para que veamos cuáles son los objetos that include que suenan con la letter P, the letter R, and the letter S. For this, it's very important that you pay attention because I am going to make sounds. Voy a hacer sonidos with these objects. So the objects that we need to circle are the ones that are P, R, and the S sound. First, let's see this one. Remember, it's talking about the letter P. Pencil. Once again, letter P. Pencil. Okay, so this object uses the letter P. Remember, in your case, you are going to paint it. Ustedes solo lo van a colorear. Because I already did, como yo ya lo hice, I am just going to circle it. Solo lo voy a encerrar en círculo. So we have the pencil, very good. Let's continue with the second object. Here we have the Indian. Now, Indian, does it uses the P, the R, and S? No, because remember the Indian uses the letter I. So you don't paint it, no lo colorean, I don't circle it. Let's continue with the flower. Now the flower, does it use the letter P, the letter R, and the letter S? No, it doesn't. Because remember, the sound or the letter that begins with the flower is the letter F of Frida. So you don't paint it, I don't circle it. Let's continue with the radio. Now, the letter R is one of the letters that we need to use for this exercise. So once again, R of radio. So this object, you paint it and I circle it. Ustedes recuerden, lo van a colorear. Como yo ya los coloreé, únicamente lo voy a encerrar en círculo. But you have to paint it. So let's continue with the fish. Now the fish, does it uses these letters P, R, S? No, because once again, as in the case of the flower, the fish is an object that begins with the letter F of Frida. Fish, okay? So you don't paint it, I don't circle it. Let's continue with the star. Now, here we have the letter S. The sound star. Now, star, is it an object that begins with the letter S? Yes, it is. So, you paint it, I circle it. Let's continue with the sun. Now, the sun, is it a word that begins with the letter S? Yes, it is. So, you paint it, I circle it. And finally, the ruler, just as in the case of the radio. Now, the ruler, is it an object that begins with the letter R? Yes, it is. Also, the name of a person, Rodrigo, it's the name that begins with the letter R. So, you paint your ruler and I circle it. So, finally, the only objects that you have to paint, los únicos objetos que tienen que colorear in your case are the pencil, the radio, the sun, the star, and the ruler. Okay? Now, if you want to use the colors that I use, there is no problem. If you want to use different colors, again, it's okay. There is no problem. So, remember, my children, this exercise was about objects. So it's very important that whenever you practice the alphabet, whenever you practice all of the letters, you associate the letter with the object. Es muy importante que cada vez que repasen el abecedario, cada letra la asocien o la relacionen con su objeto. The letter R with the ruler, the letter S with the sun, the letter P with the pencil, the letter Q with the queen. Remember, with an object or with the name of people. Okay? Very good. So, that's it for today, my children. I hope that you have an excellent day. As always, don't forget that teacher Jacob loves you very much. Take care. Goodbye.